We follow students in Birmingham and Manchester.
I want to listen to your chest.
Juggling academic study.
Nothing's going in.
With home life and work on the wards.
You're never going to learn how to be a nurse until you're out there doing the nursing job.
This time, big responsibility.
I feel like it's my job to look after him now. So.
Hidden emotion.
I'm trying to be calm and not show that if I'm a bit anxious, I'm just trying to hide it.
And basic care.
I think it's always good to clean someone up and make them feel like they're a human.
As our nurses-to-be step up to the challenge of 21st century nursing.
More comfortable. Yeah, a bit too hard.
Today is RTA day, road traffic accident day. That doesn't mean everyone go and get in a road traffic accident, but it just seems today that people did.
Carpet fitter turned student nurse Alistair is at the very start of his training. On placement at the Royal Bolton's orthopaedic ward, he's had just 2 weeks' experience of real-life patients.
Right, set of obs.
Sweet.
Off you go.
16-year-old Adam has come to the ward with his mum. He has serious fractures to both his legs after being hit by a car.
I was on my way home from college on my motorcycle and a woman wanted to get into the petrol station. She pulled out straight in front of me and so I can remember till I was on the floor. Didn't have any time to stop. And later on I'm going down for surgery for plates in my right leg.
Before Adam can go to theatre, there are some basic checks to make sure he's fit for surgery. Observations, or OBS, are something Alistair's struggled with in the past.
Middle of the way. That way.
But not today.
Oh, that way. Yeah, there we go. I knew that. No, I knew that. Don't worry about it.
You want to do the pulse first, Alistair?
Pulse first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. $71.
71, and I've done his resps, and they're 13.
Right.
So that's Adam's observations done. He'll be ready for theatre, hopefully sometime today. Should just give you a gown to get into. You've had one before, haven't you? You not have one when you came in?
Quite a fashion statement. Yeah.
It is.
You can't walk into it,
yeah.
I can bring, an element of who I am outside in. It's just finding that balance between, having a patient to care a conversation and, maybe taking that conversation to, a friendship level. There needs to be an element of professionalism there. I'll see you when you get back.
Alistair will see Adam sooner than he thinks. Mentor James has a surprise.
Alistair, can I have a quick word?
You can, yeah. I'll be with you in a second, Raymond.
We've arranged for you to be able to go into theatre this afternoon to actually watch the surgery.
Brilliant.
Just to be aware, it will be quite warm. It will be, quite bright and lit.
Right.
And there'll be some funny sounds and smells.
Okay.
If you are feeling faint, get yourself out. That's why we're saying, make sure you've had something to eat and drink before you go.
Yeah, I'll be able to see the full process of what Adam's been through, from being on ward to going to surgery and stuff, so it's good.
It's going to be nice that Alistair's there and watching out for me. It's nice.
He's been there for Adam from the beginning, so to look after him from day one to surgery to going home, be a good experience for him.
Alistair's never been in theatre before.
I'm more excited to go and see it than I am nervous about what's going to happen. Afterwards, it might be a different story. Time will tell.
I'll get you company, mate, don't worry about it.
In Birmingham, at the Good Hope Hospital, second-year Dany is feeling the pace.
A must is to prioritise your footwear. I go for comfort every time. I've got past caring, do you know what I mean?
Dany's returning to nursing after a 30-year break in her studies. She's on a demanding placement on the acute medical unit, working alongside her mentor, Becky.
Can you tell me again, sorry, your name and date of birth?
Anne-Marie Taylor.
Anne-Marie has leukemia and has come to the ward for a platelet infusion.
I'm eternally grateful that there are donors who are giving blood for me so I can carry on living.
Dany gives blood regularly, but this is the first time she's seen it administered.
It's interesting to see where, when I donate blood, where it goes to. Especially like this is platelets, not full blood, which is used to help treat Anne's condition.
Sometimes I do have blood transfusions as well, proper blood, yeah.
Anne-Marie's leukemia causes a shortage of the platelets that allow her blood to clot. The infusion will help decrease the risk of bruising and bleeding.
Before you order any blood or blood products, you have to make sure that the cannula is working, and you don't order it until you're ready with everything, you've done all your checks. Is it hurting?
No, it's fine.
But you're saying it's fine?
No, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah. So we know it's all working okay, so just going to put it through the pump, just so that we know it's going over 30 minutes.
I look at my mentor and I think in a day she's got all these things, I must remember such and such's IVs to go up and this has to be done, and then I've got someone's blood products to put up. You just think, am I ever going to be ready?
Much nursing practice has changed significantly over the years, but basic care remains the same.
I'll just clean you off and then we'll change the sheet as well, OK? I don't mind a bit of poo. It's funny how you can get used to it.
You comfortable? Okay.
To be honest, the first couple of times, you can't say bodily smells don't sort of turn your stomach, but you do have to, I think, put mind over matter on it. I think it's always good to, be able to clean someone up, get them in fresh sheets and make them feel like they're a human person again.
Following her 30-minute infusion, Anne-Marie wants to show Dany a photograph from her past.
It's me when I was 20 and I came over from Germany to do a bit of nursing myself. I was in hospital about 2 years.
Oh, look at that. That's quite ironic.
Yeah. 1950.
1950. I've got an old photo. He was sort of 1981.
Oh my goodness.
There I am.
Oh yeah, oh,
19.
how pretty different hairstyle.
Yeah. That's quite funny because that's 1950, this is 1980, and here we are 30 years as well in 2013.
Yeah.
So when you think the expanse of that, what is 63 years between that and today? So it's quite interesting, isn't it, really?
Being a single mum is tough. I'm not going to lie, it's hard. The days are usually quite full on.
In Manchester, 21-year-old Joanne is at the beginning of her training to become a children's nurse.
Who's mummy's favourite?
Joanne has to balance making time for her son alongside the demands of her degree.
Got a little boy and he's called Harley. He's 4 years old now. I fell pregnant with him when I was 16. When I found out I was pregnant, I thought my career side of my life was over. I thought I was going to be stuck in a job that I didn't want to really do. Now I'm on that stepping stone to getting into the career I want to do.
Joanne's first ever clinical placement is at Royal Manchester Children's Hospital.
I think definitely on your first placement you're scared about doing anything wrong. It's going to be nerve-wracking, to go in, and I think even if you drop a cup on the floor, you're going to think, oh no, because it's anyone's first impression of you.
She's on a ward that specialises in long-term ventilation, working with mentor Alice.
Oh, good morning.
Today I'm working with a little girl called Louise. She was born premature at 26 weeks, and she's got a trachea.
Louise was born with chronic lung disease. She needs a tracheostomy tube to help her breathe, but often dislodges it.
Can you see how she's doing her head like that? She likes to do that overnight and decannulate. So, a trachea come out.
Seeing really poorly children's heartbreaking. When I first come on, it was it was really shocking. And I couldn't help but put myself in that situation, if it was my little boy, what I'd be like.
Part of Louise's daily treatment involves clearing her airway of the secretions that can stop her breathing.
We use a neb as a precautionary so she don't get dry. Basically, it's just, if you look, there's little water ampoule in there, and it's just like a mist to lubricate up the airway, so to loosen those secretions. You coughed it out then. Oh, there it is. Lovely. All that there where I'm pointing was causing that lovely noise.
I'm trying to be calm and not show that if I'm a bit anxious, I'm just trying to hide it, because obviously you don't want the patients to feel that you're anxious or worried.
Do you want to put a probe on just to see what her sats are doing? Have you put them on before? Or?
No.
So if you just get the taped area. So I'll show you how to do it and then I'll take it off and you can do it if you want. So the light always goes on the nail bed when she keeps her foot still.
Joanne's not been hands-on with a patient before. Taking Louise's readings is completely new territory.
So the light goes on the nail?
Yeah, the light on the nail bed.
You make it look easier. She kind of just like whizzled it round and I was like, oh right, it's going to be easy this, and I'm like, and it's coming off, she's kicking her feet and it's coming off, but I did it in the end. So. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine, and then just tap the screen anywhere on the screen, yeah? And then she might have low numbers because it might not pick up for a second, so just tap it quite hard, like with your nail. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what I did, I just kind of pressed the X at the top just to correct it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've done my first putting a probe on somebody for the ROBS, so definitely achievement today.
At the Royal Bolton Hospital, new student Alistair is about to go to theatre for the first time. He's escorting 16-year-old Adam, who was knocked off his bike by a car.
I think I'm more nervous than Adam is. Just being a mum is my baby still, so just hoping everything goes all right.
I feel like it's my job to look after him now. So.
It's not just mum's nerves that are beginning to show.
Don't worry about it, it'll be all right.
Put some antiseptic solution on your hand. There we go.
You can breathe.
There you go, that's it.
Well done.
That's the hard work done now, isn't it?
Just for some oxygen before you go to sleep. Okay. There you go. Look after you.
He's under now. Is he under?
He's asleep.
Having removed Adam's plaster cast, the surgeon makes an unexpected discovery.
Because this patient has a big blister and the incision to fix the bone will have to go through that blister.
Right, okay.
And if we do that, and he will have a risk of infection.
Because of the blister, rather than internal plates, surgeons will fix external rods to keep Adam's broken bones in place while they mend. It's a very different procedure to the one Alistair was expecting to see. New first-year Alistair is in the operating theatre for the first time. Mid-op, there's been a change of plan for teenage patient Adam.
So we're just going to put a pin through the heel first.
Professor Fearley is leading the surgery.
I was quite surprised about the amount of force needed to push through. I mean, he only made a small incision, took that away and got like a big rod and just literally like weaned it straight through, straight out the other side.
Yeah, again.
Trying to take it all in, really.
Alistair, come and just stand at the table. Put your hands on the table. That way they're safe.
Just said, oh, what are you doing? Come over here. So I was like stood on like proper right in on the action, yeah.
We're going to put two pins here. A pin here, and we're going to join them all together with the camera.
As more pins are attached, the purpose of the procedure becomes clearer.
So what we're trying to do is maintain the position of the brake so that it heals, potentially heals in a good position. But this may only be a temporary measure.
When you're just putting the first bit through, I didn't think it'd be as
vigorous.
No, yeah.
You've got to get through the bone.
Yeah.
So you've got to get it. And actually his bone wasn't that strong. I mean, it's often stronger than that, and sometimes we do it under power.
I think the professor's hands got a bit tired. So very presto, part of the operation. I might have only held a leg, but one giant leap for Alistair.
No, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Never to think.
No,
For both patient and student, the operation has been a success.
Everyone happy? All right, well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Alistair.
that was an experience. I think, I think I might feel.
Theatre can be very daunting, particularly when you're not used to that kind of environment. He did very well. He stood what he's supposed to. He didn't touch anything he wasn't supposed to, and he didn't faint or get sick. So all of those are positives. So hopefully he'll do well in the future.
Being in theatre has had a profound effect on Alistair and the nurse he wants to become.
Today, potentially is life-changing. Because I always wanted to go the route of, trauma and in A&E trauma and stuff like that. But, maybe this is the way to go now. And it's a great swap, I think, from carpet fitting to scrub nurse, hopefully, 3 years.
After a long day on the ward, Dany's putting in the hours revising for an important mid-year exam.
It's just feeling a bit overwhelming. There's so much stuff to learn and there seems so little time to learn it. You do feel a lot of pressure. It's just continuous. Every spare moment at the moment is trying to learn a topic and hoping it stays in.
It's exam day at Birmingham City University. Over the course of their 3-year degree, student nurses are examined on everything from basic care to detailed understanding of common diseases and medications. Dany's months of hard graft are about to be put to the test.
I'm nervous, but not to the point that, I'm going to be sick or something. It depends what the questions look like, isn't it? 2 hours can be seem like a whole day if you're looking at the paper for 2 hours with nothing coming through. So hopefully it won't be that bad, but we're yet to see.
This is the 4th of 9 key exams and assignments that Dany must pass in order to qualify. Two hours on, and for now, it's all over.
It's been such a heavy few months, and it's just nice to feel there's a few days where there's nothing sort of pending, nothing that you feel you should be revising for, and you can just relax for a few days before uni starts next week. It's a good feeling. It's almost like it's never happened, the exam. It's already gone.
Dany passed her exam with flying colours. She's one step closer to at last fulfilling her teenage ambition.
It is scary knowing how quick the last year and a half's gone. I think, oh my God, it'll be me in 18 months and the book will be stopping at me. I just thought I'd never be able to do it.
Right, okay, so it's
so we're gonna do
Bravo.
In Manchester, first-year Joanne's preparing for a less academic but no less important test.
No, because I'm missing that one as well. What's that bit? For?
I thought that's the same as that, though.
Yeah, I did. The first placement's all about learning about hand washing, infection control and your code of conduct. And it's very important because they're the basics. You need to know how to wash your hands to do any kind of care to a patient.
Joanne and her fellow students will each be assessed on their technique.
Right.
It's definitely that.
Yeah.
I thought
it's that, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh, it is
like
though,
that.
I think it's one.
I thought it was fingertips, then your nail, like that.
Well, what's that one then?
That's for your nails as well.
Oh, that's what I'm confused.
You do that one. Right, come on now, Joanne. Let's go do your hand washing.
Bye.
I'd like you to talk your way through the 7 steps of the hand hygiene technique.
Right, okay. Squirt soap, and then you rub through your fingers to clean in between your fingers. And then you do your fingertips. And your nails. You do that side of your hands to make sure your fingers are clean and your palm. Thumbs. And then clean your wrists. And when you rinse your hands, you've got the rinse upward. And you turn it off with your elbow. And you pat. But once you've gone down to the bottom of the hand, you've got to chuck the paper towel away.
You can end up using a lot of paper towels.
Yeah. Clean hands.
Lovely. Well done. You could do it. Joanne's had a bit of a breakthrough today. She's completed her hand washing technique. She did it fab, so we're really proud of her.
I mean, you're going home now teaching at Harley, be like, yeah, this is how you wash your hands, and I want to see it every time you go to the toilet. Wash your hands like this, please.
A pass in hand hygiene isn't the only thing Joanne can take home from her day.
I spent a lot of time with Louise while being here, and it's a privilege to work with a little girl like that. She's so happy, and it's definitely worth it when you get home and you think about what you've done. Bye.
Louise will remain on the ward until her lungs are strong enough to allow her to go home. After a long day, a bedtime story.
The rabbit scampers quickly, his ears flap behind him. The rabbit got big ears. Good night.
Only now can Joanne get stuck into her own books.
It's very important for me to qualify as a nurse because it's a career I've wanted for a long time, and I want to better Harley's life and better my own life, not to be struggling and to have a job that I can be proud of.
Next time, growing pressure.
Yeah, see, I'm a little bit unsure about kind of the whole procedure.
Delicate negotiation.
Not going to hurt, I promise, but hurt.
And a reality check.
Quite literally, you could have someone's life in your hands